What up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Trey Jerome. If you are new here on this channel, we talk everything social commentary, political commentary, and of course, story times. And that is what we are hitting you guys with today. Now, before we get into this, and y'all know I don't beat around the bush, I just want to say I am sorry. On my last story time, when I tell y'all was in the comments, y'all DM me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Y'all said, don't you ever do a mukbang. I don't want to hear that shit. And it's so crazy, y'all, because when I tell y'all I got so many comments asking me to do a mukbang. I just was like, okay, cool. I didn't really think too much about it. I did not know y'all was not gonna like that. I don't even got a shout out for y'all this week because all of y'all comments, all of y'all DMs was just this, that, and the third. Do not do this, that, and the third. I did today go get my little real estate book. Y'all know I'm studying to be a realtor in Michigan soon, so yeah. But without further ado, we're just gonna go ahead and hop into it. Y'all liked it when I put the whole story up, so if you want to skip ahead, if you already watched the story on TikTok, but if you are just coming from YouTube and you just saw the video, here it goes, the first part of the story time right here. The black community needs to do a better job of keeping the creepy uncle away from kids. Story time. So it's 7th grade year, y'all. I'm young as hell. I'm outside. I just got my first piece of cat and I'm living my life. At this point in my life, I was like a real hot-headed little boy. Like, I didn't give a fuck. Whatever you wanted to do, I was on it with you. Walking away just wasn't even an option for me at this time. And I had beef with this one nigga. I say his name. His name was Larry. But we had been beefing since like 4th grade. And he was always kicked in and out of school. So when he would leave school, his friends, I guess, would try to substitute him and try to start beef with me. Now, why these niggas did not like me, I have no idea. Let me stop lying. I know exactly why. Them niggas was hating. Them niggas wasn't fresh. Them niggas wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas was mad. You know what I'm saying? Let's just call a spade a spade. But I'm saying all of this to say that we were always into it over the pettiest shit. It could be a pin drop in the classroom and they say something, I say something, and it's just a fucking war. And he had a friend we gonna call Luigi. Now, I did not know Luigi from a can of paint, but the nigga just was always throwing shots at me, y'all. And like I said, by this time, it wasn't much I would walk away from, so I just didn't give a fuck. However far they went to take it, we could have took it. Now, remember I told y'all I was a very grown kid. I was outside at a very young age. So even though we was in 7th grade, a lot of our friends was way older than us. And our middle school used to host something called activity night. But this day, we didn't go to activity night because we wanted to go to Thurston, which is the high school I ended up graduating from, a football game. And you really wasn't that nigga in middle school if the high schoolers didn't know who the fuck you was. So they was walking up to us, we knew people, we making our network around the corner, out, whoop, whoop, blase, blase, blase. The game go by, everything is going well, everything is perfect. I see them niggas, they see us, we really wasn't even in the mood, we was just chilling. We walking on the motherfucking game, I think my homeboy stepdad was supposed to be picking us up or some shit like that, but he was running late. And I hear Frederick is a F-A-G-G-O-T. I look back, it's Luigi. I damn near don't even gotta say the rest. Nigga, I hopped 2 gates to get to that nigga, okay? I was on that with that nigga at that time. And I think I did hit him, but by the time I hit him and like threw a little punch or some shit like that, security had tackled me, so it wasn't really like a full fight. And so by this time, I had a record longer than a prison sentence. Do you fucking hear me? And our superintendent at the time was already threatening me for expulsion, even though these niggas was bullying me first. Now, let's just be clear. Long story short, me and my childhood best friend end up getting expelled together. And we had to go to the same middle school with each other because we was in so much shit with each other. And at the end of the day, out of all of our friends, we knew we at least had each other back. So we end up going to this middle school called Hilbert. Now, Hilbert was in North River, okay? If you don't know the difference, once you get past 6 Mile, everything is from there. You know what I'm saying? It's like a little ghetto. It's a little raunchy. It's not necessarily the hood, but it's a lot of hood motherfuckers that live over there, if that makes sense. And anything before that is very quiet, very chill, this, that, and the third. That's where we grew up at, kinda. I'm saying all of this to say we already stuck out at South River because our parents kept us a certain way. Like, we was in 7th grade, Robin Jeans, True Religion, Pelly Pills, Montclair, Red Bottoms, all of that. You know what I'm saying? But when we got to North Radford, them niggas was acting like we were superheroes or something. Like they never synced us before. We walking down the hallways, everybody staring at us like we was popular in that bitch from day one. Had that bitch rocking. Especially my homeboy, because he was like tall, dark skinned, you know, a little more handsome or whatever the case may be. Like bitches was literally following him to class. Like it was a whole thing. And I end up becoming cool with this girl named Diane. Just to clarify, it's 2 Dianes, okay? It's one Diane that's really Diane, and it's another girl that went to Hilbert, but I'm just gonna call her Diane. Diane was a pretty girl. She carried herself okay. She was a little bit of a hoe, but it was okay. I like that because at that time I had just got my first piece of cat, and and I wanted some more. Now, it was this one girl in our neighborhood. We gonna call her Mariah. Mariah was a bop, right? And she was gonna let me and all my homeboys run a trade on her. But because we couldn't run a trade on her for some reason, because her parents was real strict, whatever the case may be, I ended up hitting up Mariah one night. I lied to my mama, said that I'm spending the night at my homeboy house or whatever the case may be. Went over there, spent the night, and oh my motherfucking God. Y'all, I'm talking about it was motherfucking rats and roaches playing tic-tac-toe on a motherfucking stove. Spider webs in the bedroom and shit. And because I just said what I just said, y'all probably not gonna believe me, but the house was not dirty at all. It was a clean house and it smelled good, but the first thing I seen when I walked in was a rat and it was spider webs everywhere. I didn't understand that. But anywho, I get over there, I got my little bag, whatever the case may be, and I was nervous because at this age, if your mama really letting us spend the night, your mama either too motherfucking cool or she not here. Ding, 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 I was motherfucking right. She wasn't there. However, her mama little sister Tracy was there. Now, I already told y'all I was outside as a child. I was doing a lot. And I knew who Tracy was because my uncle used to be hunching on her because my uncle used to be hunching on every bitch in Brightmo at the time. Tracy was a bitch that was from Brightmo. She was a stripper. She had a very nice body and she was a very pretty girl, but she was also very popular at the time. So when I walk in the house, I see the rat and I see her and I'm like, hey, how you doing? Or whatever the case may be. You know, I made my voice deep. Hey, how you doing? Whatever the case may be. She was like, hey, whatever the case may be, if you spend the night, I need you to drop your stuff upstairs or whatever the case may be, and you gonna be good. She was like, yo, mama know you spending the night over here? I was like, yeah, she know whatever the case may be. Lying like a motherfucker. She was like, okay, whatever the case may be, out of woo woo. I gotta finish this in the car because they about to start being in my business, y'all. Making my way downtown, walking fast. So we get up in the room, everything cool and dandy. We laying down, laying movies, you know, a little touchy shit, you know, a little kid shit. We still ain't really know what the fuck we was doing at that time. Now, if you know anything about me, I always been the type of person to go to fuck the bed. I never been a person to pull an all-nighter, none of that crazy shit. I'm ready to go to bed. And so once I start noticing that she wasn't really on that or whatever the case may be, I was like, I'm about to leave or whatever the case may be. Because I came over here for some cat, bitch. That's on the homegirl's lace front. Everybody know that. She like, trust me, we gonna get to it later on. Just wait till everybody go to bed. Come on, just down the third, out of woo woo. And so I stayed because my mama did used to be telling me ain't shit open past 2 a.m. but legs in hospital. So whatever. So it's later in the night at this time. It's about 12 a.m., 1 a.m. or whatever the case may be. She get naked, I get naked, and we start fucking. The problem is we wasn't the only ones fucking. Now, y'all already know how this about to go. If you want the rest of this story time, click the link in my bio and go watch this on here now because shit just got real. Now, first thing I want to clear up before I get into this, right? I, towards the end, mixed up Diane and Mariah. Y'all know I give these people fake names. So, Diane was the one house I went to. Mariah was the one we were supposed to run a train on, but it did not happen. Now, I also, too, cannot be as vulgar because a lot of my YouTube videos is getting flagged and I'm not getting no money. So, we got to make that happen. All right, so boom, I'm over her house, y'all. We having a good time. It is an amazing time. Everybody's having a ball. We all having a ball. We all turning up out of woo woo. And we start hunching. You know what I'm saying? There's really no way to put that in there. Once we close the doors, we start hunching. We start having a good time. The problem was we was not the only ones hunching. Okay, so like I said, that day she had wanted us to, she had told me like wait till later in the day or whatever the case may be, because that's when everybody is gonna like go to bed, everybody gonna chill out of woo woo, and that way we have more time to do what we want to do. Now to me that did not make sense as a whole because her auntie was already cool with me spending over. We teenagers. We all know what happens once you spend a night at a girl house when you a teenage boy. I mean, come on now. Everybody know that. The whole hood know that. That's on the homegirl's lace front. So I'm sitting up here and I'm telling her, I'm like, I'm looking at her with that case may be, but I guess she didn't want people in her business or whatever the case may be. So we get over there. We get to, it's nighttime. She closed the door. We do what we do, whatever the case may be. We was young as hell, just having fun. After all of that, though, we start seeing, after all of that though, we had got done or the case may be, and I had a heart attack. So when I when I first starting, you know, I used to, every time I got done, I used to think like, I got somebody pregnant. I don't know why. I just used to think that, like, I don't know. I just used to have that was like a fear of mine. And so I used to be like, oh, hell no, or whatever the case may be. So when she was going at, or whatever the case may be, she was like, you stay in the night? I was like, I'm going to stay in the night. I was like, I told her I'm going to stay in the night. But I went outside and I called my granddaddy. And I was telling my granddaddy, I'm like, granddad, I need a plan B. Like, for real, because I don't know what this hitting on, or whatever the case may be. And my granddaddy was like, yeah, or whatever the case may be. But at the time, she had lived in North Redford, and my granddad worked on houses and stuff. So at the time, he was all the way up north working on some type of house. So he was like 2-3 hours away, but he was still gonna bring it to me. So we was cool. So I go upstairs, whatever the case may be. We get the land down. And she had wanted to go again, but I wasn't really feeling it. And I wasn't really feeling it because it was like my spirit, it was like something just telling me like, chill out, like relax. You know what I'm saying? Or the case may be. So I'm like, I'm gonna chill out, whatever the case may be. But if you wanna, you know, you could do that. So she started doing that. We watching a movie and shit like that. And we chilling. But as she doing that, or whatever the case may be, I start hearing some stuff like, you know, some noises. They moving and grooving, they shaking in that thing. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck is going on, or whatever the case, I mean, what the heck is going on, or whatever the case may be. So first thing that come to my head is like, oh, it's probably the auntie, because remember I told y'all the auntie used to dance. So I'm thinking like the auntie over there having a good time, or whatever the case may be, out of woo woo, because I know it's just me, the auntie, and her in the house, or whatever the case may be. So I'm like, the auntie must have had somebody over there. But it's getting louder and louder to the point where she stopped. She had put it out her mouth, and she like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm looking at her. She looking at me. I'm like, shit, I don't know, whatever the case may be. She like, come down here with me, or whatever the case may be. I'm like, what you mean come down there with you? She like, come down there with you. I'm like, you know who that is? Like, that's your auntie. Like, whatever. She like, yeah, you right, whatever the case may be. She got her boyfriend over here. Her boyfriend named Nick, or whatever the case may be. So she like, I'm like, do he got a car, or whatever the case may be? And she's like, yeah, he got like a red, I think he had like a red Corvette. I was like, oh, he must drove another car or something. I said, because this a black van in the driveway. She's like, a black van? He only got a red Corvette? He ain't got no black van. To me, that didn't make sense because, see, like I told y'all, I've always been emotionally intelligent and very observant. Most people who have, like, a sports car always have a main car. So I'm telling her, I'm like, you probably just ain't never seen it, or whatever the case may be. She like, let me see, Trey, because y'all know what you talk about, or the case may be. Getting smart, or whatever the case may be, which I like. I love when people get, I love smart mouth individuals. I don't know, something about that do something to me. Anyhow, so she started getting smarter, or the case may be. So I started looking at her. I'm like, whatever. So she jumped over me, or the case may be. And like, as she on top of me, or the case may be, she looked out the window and she like, that's not him. I said, who is it? She like, that ain't him, or the case may be. She started looking scared. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, or the case may be. She like, listen, she like, come down here with me, please. I'm like, come down here with you, please. What the fuck do you mean, or the case may be? So boom. So we get down there. So she get her little clothes on, or the case may be. She put my shirt on. Now y'all know I always been a big back now. Always gave lobster back. So my titties out, stomach out, stretch marks all out. I walk down that motherfucker like it's my house, whatever the case may be. I ain't got no drawers on. Nuts just swinging side to side. It's just looking bad, okay? Now, when all of this is going on, or whatever the case may be, I'm walking down the steps. And as I'm walking down the steps, I look around. And I'm asking, like, what's going on? You know, like, because I'm like, as soon as we came out the door, everything stopped. I missed that point. I should have said that first. As soon as we come out the door, everything stopped. So we started looking like, what the hell going on, or the case may be. So we went downstairs. Nothing was going on. The auntie sitting on the couch. It's nothing. So we like, okay, maybe they just was doing something and we ain't know, because nobody was even down there. Like, it was still her. So she had asked the auntie, like, hey, like, do you, like, is somebody here or something? Like, do you got, like, a guest over or something like that? And she was like, no, like, ain't nobody over there. So Diane asking the auntie, like, are you sure? Because, she was like, are you sure? Because it looked like they uncle, we gonna call they uncle Caddy. They Uncle Caddy, it looked like Uncle Caddy van outside, or whatever the case may be. She like, Uncle Caddy, his van ain't outside. Did she look outside? She like, that is his car. Or the case may be like, why the fuck is he over here? I was like, we really don't fucking know, or the case may be, out woo woo. So we go upstairs. She was like, go upstairs, I'm gonna figure it out, or whatever the case may be. And she grabbed her purse. Now, me personally, I don't know why, but something just told me it was something in the purse, or whatever the case may be. Just off the strength of she went and grabbed her purse, and the way she is, and like how she carried herself and the lifestyle she lived, I just knew it was something in her purse. So I'm thinking, like, we good. Like, she got our gun. You know, we still kids at this time, so we don't got no gun. We don't got nothing on us. So boom. We laying in the bed. We go back upstairs, laying in the bed, chilling, or the case may be. All we motherfucking hear as soon as we close the doors, like they screaming, everybody screaming. So soon as that motherfucker happened, we run out the room or where the case may be, or we run downstairs. I'm running behind her or where the case may be. And she got a big fat ass. So as soon as she was going down the steps, it was like, or the case may be. So boom, she I don't know why I added that part. I just remembered that. Anyway, we got outside the door, and the van was in the driveway. So soon as we see that, I see this big, tall ass man. Like, I'm talking like, I'm not gonna say 7 feet, but gotta be like 6'8". Like, this nigga was tall. Like, he was up there. Like, this nigga should have been in the lead. He got her like up here, like off the ground. It looked like she was floating, if that makes sense. Like, he had that bitch up here. Like, bitch, get the fuck away from me. Out of whoop whoop. And while she going at, while they going at it and they arguing, she trying to fight him off of her, I'm noticing the whole time it's not her that's screaming. It's somebody else that's screaming. Now I'm confused and my heart dropped because I'm like, it's only me, her auntie. It's only us in this establishment. So who the hell is screaming? So while that's going on, or the case may be, because I don't get involved with family stuff. My mama always told me that. I back up. I start looking around, or the case may be, and I'm like, where's that noise coming from? Is that coming from the house? So I go look in the house. I'm like, that's not coming from the house. I'm still hearing it. Some just tell me, open the van door. If I'm lying, I'm motherfucking lying, y'all. I open the van door, it's a girl in there with duct tape on her mouth. I'm not exaggerating. If I'm lying, I'm flying. So I call her. I'm like, babe, like, come over here, whatever the case may be. I snatched the girl out the motherfucking car. Soon as I snatched the girl out the car, this nigga come pushing me. And he pushed me hard. Mind you, I'm a kid at this time. So when he pushed me hard, I flew and I had hit my head on the porch, or the case may be, and I passed out. If you know anything about me, I played sports when I was younger and I used to fight a lot. So I got a lot of concussions. Like, that is a big thing for me. Like, I got migraines real bad. So my head is real sensitive. So if I fall too hard, I will really pass out. And so I had hit my head on the porch and I had passed out, or the case may be. By the time I woke up, it was just like a shit show. Police was there. The ambulance was there. The girl asked me like, hey, like, can I, like, do you want me to call your mama? Or that case may be, the police asking me like, what's going on? I'm barely getting conscious, if that makes sense. All I know is I done passed out, I done hit my ground, I done hit my head, or the case may be, I'm bleeding. The man like, are you okay? The ambulance man telling me like, you gonna be fine, this, that, and the third, get you some Tylenol, this, that, and the third. Y'all know Detroit ghetto. So the man like, get you some Tylenol, whatever the case may be, out of woo woo. I'm telling him like, I got migraines real bad. Like, I already know what I gotta do. This, that, and the third. And I had some ibuprofen at this time because this is when I used to get chronic headaches. Like, I used to get headaches every day to the point where it felt like my head was just like, do. Like, somebody was in my head just, like, it was one of them. So, when all of this is happening, or the case may be, at this point, I'm ready to motherfucking go. Now, mind y'all, I had called my granddaddy like an hour or two ago, but he was up north. So my granddaddy pulled up, and I had to text him the location too. So he pulled up on us, or the case may be. And mind you, my granddaddy just getting out of jail, fresh off the yard. If y'all don't know, my granddaddy did 25 years in jail. He did 20 years when when he got out when I was 10, then he went back up because he had whooped one of my grandma's ass. Let me know if y'all want a story time on that. But anywho, so he just got back out of jail, so he's seeing all these police. He calling me like, "Is you okay? Like, what's going on? Why is it all these police over here?" And I'm like, "Granddad, like, this me right here. I'm waving my hand, and he on a stretcher." So my granddad come out there. He like, "What the hell going on? Like, you good? Like, this my granddad is like a Dr. Umar, if that makes sense. Like, he's very pro-black. So he like, what the hell going on? Like, this my grandson. Like, what the fuck y'all got going on? Out of woo. So he calling my granddad like, so he telling the police like, bag away from my grandson. Like, he not playing that. Like, he really like, my granddad was not playing no games that day. He was like, for real, back the fuck up on my granddad. So at this point, they had the man detained in the back of the car, or the case may be, and the girl was in the car. This, then the third, and the police telling me like, you a hero. Like, if you get older and you want to be an officer, like, you would be an amazing officer. You need to be this is when I found out that SVU was a real thing. I thought that was like just the name of a show. But no, like, that is like a real unit in police departments. Like, every city has an SVU. I don't know if that was just me that didn't know that. I don't know. But he was like, you need to do that. He was like, you need to do that. He was just geeking my head up. And so I'm telling him, like, I don't want nothing to do with that. My granddad cussing the police officer, that case may be out. And so as this is all going on, I guess they called like the boss. I don't know if it was like a sergeant, detective. I don't know who the hell this lady was. But she pull up, or the case may be, she hop out of her car. She asking everybody questions, and then a little moment go by, she like, so this is a family matter. And the auntie like, this not no family matter. He literally just had a random little girl tied up in the back of a car. The officer looked at me, she looked at him, and she said, are you related to him? I mean, no. She looked at the auntie, she said, are you related to him? The auntie said, yes. She asked Diane, are you related to her? To him? The officer said, and Diane responded, yes. She looked at me and she said, are you related to him? And I said, no. She asked my granddad. My granddad said, no. So she was like, so we got a 50-50 split. What do y'all want to do? She was like, because for most family matters, it's not going to go to court. A judge not about to take this serious, or whatever the case may be. So at this point, the auntie getting mad, or whatever the case may be, because she like, this nigga literally just had a little girl tied up in a car. And you're telling me that nobody is about to take this serious. You know what I'm saying? Yes, somebody's about to take this serious. You know, they don't got no choice. So the auntie gets to jumping up in a lady's face, or their case may be. The lady like asks her to bag up, like, ma'am, I need you to calm down. Ma'am, I need to calm down. The auntie gets so mad, she swing on the officer. No shade. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. That officer tore that ass up so bad. Now, I don't even know. Nah, here's the thing. Getting hung by your uncle. Your ass beat by the police. And you still got to go to the club tonight is a horrible combo. You get what I'm trying to say? That lady tore her ass up. She grabbed her by that new growth that's not growing, swung her across the thing, body slammed the bitch like she was a 5-year-old, put her in a duck pose, then the tanked her while she had her arm right here and her legs on her throat. She had the whole like this. You know what I'm saying? She had that hole in a what's this called when they put your hair right here? That bitch said that. She was like, you know, get your motherfucking, you know, it was one of them. Or their case may be. So the auntie ended up going to jail. He ended up going to jail too. I think he's still in jail to this day because it was like a whole big thing. And at this time, it was so much going on with me because I don't know if I ever told y'all. I don't know, did I ever do my virginity story time? But the girl who I lost my virginity to, her uncle, in Detroit, it was a very popular case. It was a long time ago, this lady had killed her kids and put them in the refrigerator. That was my ex-girlfriend's, well, not ex-girlfriend's, but, you know, childhood girlfriend. That was my childhood girlfriend's cousins in the refrigerator. So it was like, that was just crazy as hell to just see like that people do that, or the kids may be. So I was just triggered and I just responded, and yeah. And then after that, I never really heard from Diane again. We never really talked. She asked me to not tell nobody at school. Like I was gonna do that anyway. Who the fuck? Why would I want somebody to know what the hell going on over here? And that was pretty much it. That was the end of the story time. Now, I followed y'all rules and regulations. You know what I'm saying? I said I'm not gonna do no more mukbangs. Can y'all just do me a favor and like, comment, and subscribe? Please. Like, I don't understand why 25% of my viewers are the only ones that subscribe. That means 75% of y'all are not subscribed to me, and that's aggravating me. Please subscribe to me. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching another one. Appreciate y'all as always. Love y'all. Have a good one. Oh, and I did. Wait. Before I go, let me open up this car though, because it's hot. Now I'm gonna play the air right now, because it's, you know. A lot of y'all been asking about a mini-series. If you are a Detroit content creator, film creator, and you want to collab on something, please let me know. I have been writing out some stories, some scripted stories, and sometimes trying to make like my story time scripted. That is something that I do want to get into within the next year. So if you want to get into that with me, if you want to collab with me, if you know somebody that can make that happen, if you know how to make that happen, hit me up, DM me, Facebook, Instagram, all of that. I am available. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much again. Thank you.